Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with everyone you know.
All right, so let's not let him wait any further. Let's call on my good friend Gawain Jonstone.
So hi, Gawain.
First question, no pressure.
No pressure. It's an easy one. So I just want to know how you feel for what you are thinking when you hear people saying it's the Filipino strongman, or it's the strongest strongest Filipino man of all time. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's probably it's something that is truly deeply an honor. I think it's something that I've been the strongest powerlifter in Australia before. And I probably is one of those things where I really sort of took it for granted. But to be defined as our strongest and most our best powerlifting athlete of all time, or at the moment, because surely someone will hopefully knock me off one day. It's truly an honor, and I take it very seriously because I'm fully aware of where we stand in the world level. I'm fully aware where we stand, both obviously from a sporting perspective, but also an economic perspective. And it's something that I take on board, and something that I will forever continue to help and leverage to ensure that the rest of us are obviously profiting from that and benefiting from that.
So I'm just wondering, what is next for you? I mean, you had the record lift, and are you aiming for anything heavier?
Yeah, always. I'm in the middle because of COVID. Training was a little bit different. I had to be able to adapt. I had to be able to pivot, and really, COVID gave me an opportunity to really sort of refine other skill sets within my game. At the moment, I'm about 7 weeks into sort of like a mini sort of prep, where I'm just sort of beginning to sort of refine my competition with skill acquisition phase to be able to go into a full one preparation. So the goal for me is to potentially complete next year, and then potentially do some guestings. Hopefully Southeast Asia will open up, so I can obviously make some appearances. But I from a specific weights perspective, I really want to know what it feels like to squat 100. I really want to know what it feels like to have that on my back. So that is a lifetime goal.
Can you tell us what record lift you are holding right now?
Sure. So I am one of the dozen men all time to squat 1,000 pounds raw. So that's 455 kilos with just the belt and knee wraps. I have my best competition bench is 215 kilos, and my best competition deadlift is 390. So it makes my amalgamated total 1,040. My best competition free lift is 1,040, which puts me. I think I still might be in the top 20 all time.
Wow.
We're still hanging in there. My past couple of performances haven't been fantastic, so I'm in a position where
a lot of women are taking it to powerlifting, because I saw a lot of women like posting about it and saying how it empowered them, how it gave them so much sense of like control and power.
Self-worth is another thing. The big
self-worth. So it's really a great sport, not only showing like your physical strength, but also
And that's what part and parcel of what I've been trying to do over the past few years. Is really sort of hone in, obviously specific at the moment with the Filipino communities around the value in this, not necessarily just a competitive perspective and your ability to compete, but from a training perspective and the value that it adds to you in your everyday life. The heightened level of self-worth and self-value, the goal-setting tools and skills that you'll pick up as a result, are all things that we can take on board to make ourselves and make better choices day by day. So that whether you're a 5 foot, 4 foot 11 Filipino girl, or like me, 6'2", 200 kilos, whatever it is. we could find ways to be better.
I think that's I actually advocate about sports. Like I really think that sports can really help and make a big impact to a person's life and to being a mature person to into facing the reality. What's the real life aside from school, aside from playing like this, and then when you grow up, what you're all equipped because you've experienced that when you were playing, when you were preparing for games, and the pressure, the coaching, and everyone. Yeah, so I really think that sports is really a big thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's powerlifting or it's netball or it's boxing. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and look, like you said, like it could literally be anything. You know, sports is an advocate for an advocate for us to really learn and create an element of humility here, so we can be better.
What is the hardest lift that you had? And was there ever a time when you failed an attempt to lift, and then how did you redeem yourself?
So I spent 2 years in America coaching and playing football. When I came back from America, I got back into powerlifting, and my first big competition back, I actually ruptured my tricep, which was really bad, and it's still something that I still try to work my way around at the moment. So. How you come back from that is it's funny you say that. It's how you come back from that. Just that you've got to have a burning desire to reach your goal, and I've forever had the goal to be the best. And even though that you have like you said, the journey and the hurdles within the journey, we've got to put ourselves, and we've got to have the right mindset around being able to overcome these sort of things. So literally, as soon as I tore my tricep, my mind was like, okay, this is definitely torn. What do I need to do in order to be better? How long is this going to take me out? And then how?
I have a question. I'm really curious about this. Have you tried lifting a truck or a car?
Yeah.
Ooh!
Wow.
Whoa!
When I was 9, how old was I? I was probably 22, 23. I was already quite strong. And we were playing a ball game in the middle of the street, and one of the neighbors had parked their car in the street like really poorly. It was on an angle, so we needed to move the car or get the neighbor to move the car. So I picked up the back end of the car and straightened it up so we could continue to play our game.
That's the stuff you see in superhero movies.
Yeah.
People lifting up cars.
Like Captain America.
Yeah,
it was a small car, so it's okay.
Because everything you put in affects your performance. So what kinds of food do you eat? How much food do you eat?
For me, because you've got to be able to align yourself with the right people to be able to support you with the right information. And from years of being a high-level athlete, and I think also importantly being a good person, I've been lucky enough where I've been able to work and align myself with really good therapists, nutritionists, dietitians, performance coaches, and things like that. So we've got to have an understanding of how much you need in order to survive, and then how much you need in order for you to recover from training, and then obviously taking into account all the other micro variables that go on with the day. So with all my athletes, with all my lifters, I get them to track all the micros throughout the day. So how's your stress out of 10? How much water have you drunk? What was your sleep like last night? How many steps did you take? All those sort of things need to be accounted for when you're obviously outlining nutrition, because without that, we're not going to recover. And the reality is particularly obviously specific to powerlifting, the game recovery is the name of the game. So if we're not eating enough food, we're not recovering, we're going backwards. If we're going backwards, we're not going to get better. For me specifically, the last prep that I did, which was big dogs, I was eating, on a perfect day, I was eating above 8,000 calories, nearly 9,000 calories. A lot of the food was around particularly, red meats and chickens. And because, I'm half Filipino, I like rice. and rice and eggs, and that was pretty much it. Some protein powder here and there post workout, but it's working out exactly how much you need in order to be better, and obviously sticking to it. And obviously, from a performance perspective, we need to really work. We need to hone in on that in order to get the most out of ourselves every day.
Has there ever been a time when you've been, because I'm a boxer and we also follow weight categories.
Yeah.
So I need to stick to a particular diet, to stick a good balanced nutritional diet. But then again, there are times when you see a donut or some ice cream or something or pizza. Has there ever been a time when you've been like,
always.
I just want to grab that donut and eat it?
Yeah. So because with my competition, I'm in a weight class where it's like it's what we call super. So you can be any weight, but you've got to obviously fund performance. There's no point, for me, really restricting calories if I'm pushing myself so hard that I can't recover. If that means, if I need to eat a little bit of junk, then I will. Or if that's a situation where I'm craving something, strong chance I'm probably going to eat it. But for me, the biggest thing is managing stress and managing sleep, so that I have the better willpower to be able to stick to my diet.
I think you're familiar with would you rather or this or that.
Sure.
So you're just gonna select, and then if you want to explain why you chose that answer, feel free to explain. So don't worry, this will be so easy.
Okay.
It's like eating a donut.
Okay.
Would you rather spend a week in the forest or a night in a real haunted house?
Week in the forest for sure. I don't deal well with ghosts.
Oh, okay. So you're scared with ghosts and everything.
Yeah, I don't do
So you
that.
never.
My Lola scared me as a kid, so like I don't deal well with ghosts and spirits and stuff like that. So no. Let's go.
Is
Let's
your
go to the
Lola
forest.
Filipina?
Yeah.
They do that.
my Lola and my there's a couple of my kids here. So I'm going to the forest by myself. That's fine.
Yes. Next, this is for a vacation. This or that. So, beach or mountain?
Nah, beach. 100% beach right now. Why would I go to the mountains?
Like cabin in the mountains.
Nah, that's really cute and like romantic and things like that. But like I need a tan. I need some water. I need a beach right now. So that's what I'm looking for.
Next question. Would you rather communicate only in emoji or never be able to text at all ever again?
Emojis, right? Emojis are right answer.
Like
I need to be able to text.
Okay.
I need to be able to text. Yeah. So what was the first emojis again? What was the answer for emojis?
Would you rather communicate only in emojis, like the facials, or never be able to text at all ever again?
So like my face is like the emoji, or like I'm texting the emojis?
Texting emojis.
Nah, text
I think,
emojis. That'd be fun as. Could you imagine the question is like your facial expression has to be the emojis?
Like, how are you? It's like sad.
Yeah.
Happy.
I feel like most of my day would be this one. Most of my day would be like that.
Oh no, is it something like that? Yeah.
Stay tuned for the next episode.
Only here on V81 Radio, Manila.